What is going on, everybody? Now, chapter 68 spoilers are right around the corner, along with chapter 68 about to come out soon. So in this video, I want to talk about the chapter 68 predictions. Now, before we get on into the video, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and do like this video. So the points I'm going to be talking about are the following. What will happen to Kawaki once he gets back to the village, and what will he be doing? The second point being what will happen to Boruto once he gets back to the village, and how will Boruto's friends and family react to him? The third point being Code and Ida. Will there be a meeting between Code and Ida, and what the next steps of their plan are? The last point being Amato finding out about Damon and Ida from Shikamaru. So let's get into the predictions. So first, starting off with Boruto coming back to the village. This chapter will take place right after chapter 67, and you'll see Naruto carrying Kawaki on his back, and you'll see Boruto and Shikamaru approaching the village. And by the time they get to the village is when Hinata and Hima pull up. And they're gonna see Naruto carrying Kawaki and Boruto with his shirt torn off and a black mark in the middle of his chest and the middle of his back. Now, I do think it is going to be morning, so by the time they do get back to the village, Boruto's friends and everybody will be waking up, maybe getting ready to go out on a mission. Because nobody knows what Kawaki did. Only very few people. That means that when Boruto's friends come out, it'll just be like an average day. They'll think nothing happened and they'll go on with their day, but they won't know until they see Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, and Shikamaru. They'll question on what the hell happened to them, especially Boruto having his shirt torn up. So then Hima and Hinata will run up to Boruto and see if he's okay, and then when his friends come, they'll notice on why he has black marks on his chest, and then Boruto will explain to them everything. And then this goes on to the next part. And I think at this moment, I think Boruto is going to tell everybody that Momoshiki said he's going to lose everything, and this will send Boruto down a deep depression. It'll be just like chapter 56 when Boruto stabbed Sasuke's eye and he was really depressed, and we saw it in the anime as well. So Boruto will probably be thinking to himself on what Momoshiki said to him, that the event that he's gonna lose everything is not that far away, and that Boruto is now 100% otsutsuki. So Boruto will be in his deep thoughts, just like episode 219 and just like chapter 56. At this point in time, Boruto's friends and families will step in to help him. And I finally think we're gonna see Mitsuki and Sarada. They're gonna approach Boruto after Boruto is gonna be in his depression. Because last time we saw that Naruto helped Boruto, but I think this time his friends are gonna help him. And Sarada and Mitsuki will ask him on what happened and how Boruto feels, and then they're gonna end up supporting him in terms of saying, we won't let you fall down this dark path, we'll bring you back, something along those lines. Now, I don't think Boruto won't meet Kawaki in this chapter. The reason why I say Boruto won't talk to Kawaki is because Boruto's seen what Shikamaru and Naruto were talking about and how Kawaki is going crazy in terms of wanting to protect Naruto. And Boruto could see that as a bad part of Kawaki. I know Boruto told Kawaki to kill him, but at the same time, Boruto might start looking at him differently. That he actually went through with killing his brother. So Boruto might have a change of heart about Kawaki and how Kawaki's acting differently. But that's just one part of the coin. I'm not fully saying Kawaki's not going to talk to him, this and that. I'm not too sure on how Boruto will interact with Kawaki in the following chapter. Now on to what will Kawaki be doing. Now I think when Kawaki gets taken back to the village unconsciously, it's possible that he'll either be chained up due to losing his mind and hurting others, or that Naruto allows him the way he is and he'll be under heavy surveillance. Though I think that is the more plausible option, that Naruto will allow Kawaki to live the way he is, but he'll be under constant surveillance by Shikamaru. Because Shikamaru's seen how Naruto reacted in this fight with Code, and that Naruto wasn't acting like a leader. And he was trying to snap Naruto out of it, saying, yo, we gotta finish the enemy right now, but Naruto was too distracted. I know Naruto lost his son, but this is in the middle of the battle. So they gotta put the losses to the side and finish off the enemy, then go to do whatever they gotta do. So Shikamaru, knowing that, Shikamaru's taking all the steps necessary to keep an eye on Kawaki, especially after the shit Kawaki just pulled, where he ran outside the village and all these events took place. So then what's gonna happen to Kawaki is he's gonna go to Amato, and he's gonna basically snap at Amato saying, you didn't tell me you gave me the karma. And Amato's gonna tell him, I know you wanted power to protect Naruto, so I'm gonna give it to you. And you're gonna see Sumire just standing there with her ... just watching everything fold out between the two. She's gonna question Amato, saying, you gave Kawaki the karma without telling him? She's like, how could you do that? So then at this point in time, they're gonna fully check Kawaki's body, and Amaru's gonna tell Kawaki that he's able to use Ishiki's powers like this and this, and that he should take these powers for the way they are and use them for good. And I think at this point, Sumire is gonna step in and do something. Now it's possible that Sumire actually steps in and watches Amaru even deeper and gets to know on how he did this. Because I'm pretty sure she doesn't know how Kawaki got the karma back. And this is gonna lead Kawaki to not trusting her. Because if Amaru did that without her knowing, it doesn't look good on Sumire. because then she's seen what happened. So Kawaki might lose trust in her, but he's not gonna blame her. If Kawaki's like that, he's not gonna blame her that it's her fault. He's gonna blame Amado and not trust Amado. Though I think Kawaki will let it go because now Kawaki got the power back. As we've seen in chapter 58 as well, when he tried absorbing the attack, he was too reliant on the karma. So deep down, Kawaki really wanted the karma back because he was so used to it and he relied on it so much that he couldn't fight without it. And we've seen the power difference between him and Code up until Kawaki activated his karma. So then after Kawaki gets checked, he's gonna have his constant surveillance team watching him. And I think at this point in time, people are gonna avoid contact with Kawaki. Or rather, Shikamaru's gonna tell the surveillance guys to make sure Kawaki doesn't come into contact with anybody else and make sure he's under 24/7 watch. And Naruto is gonna have to go to the Gokage Summit again and he's gonna have to explain everything on what happened. Because Shikamaru did say he has to tell the other villages on what happened, otherwise they're gonna lose trust in the Leaf Village. And knowing that Naruto couldn't hold up his deal when he said he'll take care of Boruto when he transforms. They're gonna see that Naruto is unfit to do anything and they might give the power to Shikamaru to make these decisions. So that means that Shikamaru is gonna keep constant surveillance on Kawaki at all times, even in Naruto's house. Naruto is letting all this go easily, but after we witness what Kawaki did, looking from Shikamaru's point of view, he deems Kawaki a threat. So I don't think Kawaki is gonna be able to walk around as easy. Though Boruto will be the way he was before, but Kawaki's gonna be on the higher scale of being watched. So that's what I think what Kawaki's gonna be doing and what's gonna happen to Kawaki. It's just gonna be him getting checked up and him being under constant surveillance from Shikamaru to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid again. So now the third point of Code and Ida. Now this will be right after chapter 57, and we seen at the last panel that Code was talking to Ida saying, "Don't worry, I got control of the situation." But before Code could explain his plan, I think Ida is going to snap at him saying, "I told you not to mess up Kawaki." She's like, "Why would you try hurting Kawaki and even try killing him? You used Damon on Kawaki and stuff like that." She's basically gonna be really angry at Code. Code's gonna tell her, "I had no choice, otherwise I would have died." At this moment, Code doesn't know that Boruto's alive. So what Code's gonna tell Ida is that he's gonna have to use Kawaki. And then this is when Ida tells Code that Boruto actually survived, and she doesn't know how, but she's gonna tell him it's due to the karma. And this might give Code the idea that Boruto is now at 100% otsutsuki and that he is now feedable to the tree. Or he doesn't know yet that he's 100% because Ida cannot see what happened between Boruto and Momoshiki. So she herself doesn't know that Boruto is 100%. So Code's gonna attack in the future thinking that Boruto is 100% later down the line and not right now. So then Code's gonna be like, "Okay, if Boruto's alive, I'll just go with him then." And he's like, "Well, your prince survived," and Ida's gonna calm down. At this moment, Ida is going to ask Code on how he plans to get into the village. Now, as we've seen in last chapter, it looks like Code might have implanted something on Shikamaru or even somebody else who he's come in contact with, but most likely Shikamaru. So then this is when Code will tell her that he's implanted Shikamaru with his belt, and then he'll tell her to watch Shikamaru instead of Kawaki. Because if she's watching Shikamaru, she knows all of Shikamaru's moves. I think it's gonna happen when Shikamaru and Amado are least expecting it. So when Shikamaru goes to meet Amado, just like we've seen when both of them were smoking on top of the Hokage office, where Ida is watching Shikamaru consistently, that she'll see that nobody's around him, she'll tell Code to go in there real quick, grab Amado and pull him over. Once he gets pulled over, it's done. It's done game for Amado. He's gonna give up easily and tell Code on how to unlock his limiters. Because Amado can't do anything in that situation. So you're gonna have Damon, who's a Uno reversal. So Amado can't do anything to him. He's gonna instantly fall in love with Ida, unless this guy turns out to be an otsutsuki for all we know, and he can't. And then Ida will just kill him if anything. And then you have Code. Code can just gouge out his eyes and it's done. Amado can't do anything in that situation but to give in. All three of them can kill him easily, unless they all have a shutdown inside of them, and Amado could be like, "Alright, shut down," just so like how he did to Delta. So this part of the plot is not gonna happen yet. I think that's gonna be for later chapters. As for chapter 58, Code's gonna explain his plan on how to get to Amado, which is what him and Ida are going to be talking about. So that's how I think it will go down. Code implanted something on Shikamaru, and Ida is going to watch Shikamaru. And then when they find the best opportunity, Code's going to come out of Shikamaru, grab Amado, suck him back in, and it's done. Or somehow, if Code wants to make his job easier, he goes to where Shikamaru is, rips out the eyeballs of Amado, and then boom, dips right back. But I doubt that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna take Amado because Ida wants revenge on Amado as well. Now the last thing to add. So when Shikamaru goes to Amado in this chapter, and he's gonna be like, "Yo, why the hell did you give Kawaki his karma? You see what he did out there?" Shikamaru's gonna be pissed off at Amado for giving the karma. At the same time, Amado's gonna ask what happened. And Shikamaru's gonna explain everything. And then Shikamaru's gonna tell him that Code pulled out a kid who reflected Kawaki's attack. And at this moment, as soon as Shikamaru says that Code pulled out a kid who reflected Kawaki's attack, you're gonna see Amado get real scared and he's gonna be really shocked. And I think Samira's gonna be listening to this as well. She's gonna pop the question saying, "Who is that little kid?" And then Amado's gonna explain who Ida and Damon are. Because once he finds out that Ida is alive, he's gonna tell Shikamaru and Naruto what her weakness is along with Damon. And Ida will be listening to them. Because she's gonna be watching Shikamaru and Amato, she's gonna be listening to what Amato is telling Naruto and Shikamaru. And we're finally gonna get some info on what the weaknesses of Damon and Ida are. Though Ida will be listening, she's not gonna tell Code this. She's smart like that. She's gonna listen to them talking and she's not gonna tell Code anything. But Amato will tell Naruto and Shikamaru to be really careful because she is watching consistently and she's watching their every move. And then he's gonna tell them, be careful what you say, because that will give them the advantage. And at this point in time, I think Amato is gonna freely speak out in the air and Ida's gonna get shocked. He's gonna be like, I know you're watching me, Ida. And something along those lines, and you're gonna see Ida get shocked like, damn, this bastard knows. So Amato is gonna be shocked. Ida is gonna be shocked that Amato is now talking to her, giving her a message saying, you can't do anything to me or something along those lines. And then he's gonna tell the weaknesses of both of them to Naruto and everybody. And that's gonna lead Ida to being pissed. Because now that they have an upper hand on how to diffuse their abilities, while Code doesn't know. So in the future, this is a possibility that if Kawaki wants to play like that, he could tell Code what her weakness is. And then he could easily kill Damon or Ida once he finds out their weakness, in exchange for letting Naruto live so that Code could be free again. Though that's far-fetched, it's just an idea. It could go something around that, where somebody else could tell Code in exchange for different information on what the weaknesses of Damon and Ida are. So Amato is going to be shocked. And that's going to be it for chapter 68. I know there's a lot of stuff I talked about, but I think some of them are going to happen with not much explanation in them yet. For example, when Amato tells Naruto and Shikamaru about the weaknesses, that might take place in chapter 69. Well, in 68, he's going to be like, oh, those two are alive. Like, he's going to find out that they're alive. So that's what I think is going to happen in chapter 68. We're going to see Kawaki under constant surveillance. We're going to see Boruto reacting to Momoshiki's words and his friends trying to support him. So there'll be a bit of an inner conflict between Code and Ida and how Code is going to get to Amato. And then it's going to be Amato being shocked that Code and Ida are alive. So these 4 points I think we're going to see in chapter 68. And maybe it's going to go on to chapter 69. They're going to explore more into Kawaki, Ida, Damon, and Boruto. So let me know what you guys think. Now with this video, I did it a bit differently. I worked based off a script. Let me know how it is. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come.